Kiffin. When he left, he took a lot of his talent with him.
Yep.
And basically Dooley was left with mediocrity. Dooley, in my opinion, made things worse by not recruiting the position players UT was needing, like, an offensive line.
Yeah.
The damage has snowballed, but I think it all started with Kiffin. Now, I don't blame him for leaving for his dream job. I mean, not on that magnitude, but I did the same thing a few years ago.
Yeah, but USC wasn't that good.
I agree, but his words were that was his dream job. And I jumped. I mean, I did the same thing. I left for my dream job at the time also. But it was dirty to message his players and convince them to transfer and go with him, and I really think that's where the downhill spiral started.
So, tweeted or deleted this week. Good job, guys. Before we let you go, Mr. Cook, I want to ask you, again, as a reporter around the area, you've seen some of these football teams. What's some of your initial thoughts from the first quarter of the season you've seen from Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, of course, some of your initial thoughts?
I haven't gotten to see a lot of teams, but I will say this. From what I read and from what my fellow workers say, Dobyns Bennett football is for real this year. They're pretty good, and from what Kevin Mays has told me, Gate City's probably back. Now they'll get a big test this week against Sullivan South. There's some teams that have improved from last year. I'm just taking this out of context. Cherokee is really, really good this year just because they got one player back. I mean, Colin Trent is a complete difference maker. Volunteers better. Obviously, David Crockett is as good as advertised. Science Hill maybe not as good as advertised. Greenville as good as advertised, maybe not nearly as good as last year. Boone's been devastated with injuries already. I mean, Charlie Cole's out for Lord knows how long. It broke his arm. So Boone you can almost put a stamp on their season and call it done. I've seen some pretty good football teams, and from what I've read, pretty good football teams up here in Southwest Virginia. We'll see what Union has. I mean, we don't know how good Richlands is. I mean, we really don't. Is Mance going to win the 200th game this year?
No, denied. Access denied.
But I think this year is a pretty strong year for football in Northeast Tennessee, and it's really good because DB is good again, and that Northeast Tennessee football is always better when DB is good, and Southwest Virginia football, with Ridgeview being really good, Union being good as they are, Abingdon being good, and now with Gate City being back and them being respectable now, I think that this is probably going to be one of the better years for Southwest Virginia in the last 3 or 4 years.
Last question I'll ask you, probably the biggest one of all night. Who's going to win the pick and panel contest?
Oh, this is going to be me, easy. You guys don't stand a chance.
Well, you do have insider trader information.
I don't have insider information.
Well, I know that we got you on a break here. Appreciate you spending just some time with us. Again, you'll be covering Volunteer in East?
Volunteer in East this week. Yep.
Friday night. So, again, everybody follow him on Twitter as well as on all social media. Thank you for what you do and appreciate you, and hope we have some fun here on the pick and panel.
Yeah, this is fun.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and we've got a superstar on deck. And, again, she's one of the stalwarts of the volleyball team as well as our tennis team, and we'll be back in just 1 second. You're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. Over the last 11 years, Christina Kilgore-Wiggs has continued to demonstrate her vast knowledge of the local real estate market and strives to represent each of her clients with the value and respect they deserve. She is a trusted and well-respected real estate professional, and now she has joined a group who shares her vision of putting clients first. She is now with Conservice Real Estate Group and welcomes the opportunity to serve you and your family. Please call her today at 423-360-0092. That's 423-360-0092. Or go to christina.conservicerealestategroup.com for more information. With the qualifications we need for Scott County Sheriff, candidate Greg McMurray has the law enforcement experience and ideas that you can believe in. His philosophy is simple: focus on the issues. He believes in transparency within the Sheriff's Office, proper patrolling throughout the entire county, and developing innovative programs like he did while serving with the Bristol Police Department by establishing and developing the Community Police Program. Greg also has the needed experience in supervising large workforces and staffs as he did in the private sector. He is asking for your support this November to become the Scott County Sheriff we need now and into the future. Greg McMurray is a lifelong resident of Scott County and thanks you in advance for your support this fall. Paid for by Greg McMurray Sheriff.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio. Sports Radio.
And we're back here live from the Campus Drive-In on Kane Street in Gate City. As we mentioned before the break, she had 22 assists, 7 digs last night as Gate City topped Union, the defending region champions. Gate City took them to the woodshed and gave them a dose of it at Gate City High School last night. We've got her. She is senior standout, not only in volleyball but in tennis. Miss Kaylee Jenkins, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. So, talk a little bit initially about last night's game. Union jumps all over you all the first set, but you all storm back. What was some of the things that you all changed, and how did you change your approach to get the win?
Well, I think the first game we were a little intimidated. We haven't won against Union in a while, and so we went in. We were kind of nervous, those first game nerves. But after that first set, we just calmed down and tried to play together and tried to talk more. And I think that really helped us out.
All right. So, what did Coach Reed? Can you repeat anything on the air, or what was some of the things that she said?
We do try to keep this to PG-13.
Sometimes.
She tried to calm us down. She could tell that we were a little nervous going into the first game. But she basically was just like, you just got to focus on your team, not worry about what anybody else is doing. Just focus on you and go after it. So that's what we did.
This year's team, it's kind of an unusual situation. You all had no seniors last year.
Right.
And so all you all came back.
Yeah.
How's that been? And just sort of tell us a little bit about the team as a whole and what your all's expectations are for the year.
I think it's really good that we didn't have any seniors last year because we got that more time to build with the team because we added a few people. We added Ashley Stanley and Briley Holder and Riley Hall. So it's basically the same team. Like we've all known each other for years. We've been friends. I think we have good chemistry because we've been playing together for so long. I don't know. I like our team. I think we're doing better this year than we did last year because I think we had all that time to work on us and there were no changes, no adversities because we didn't lose anybody. So I think it really helped us having that extra time.
You all are 2-2 right now. Of course, you've taken on Boone and Volunteer, which they've played 50 games already.
Yeah.
And it seems like you all always start off against these teams. It's always played a lot. But, in the district, Union, you all took care of them last night. Who else in the district do you all see as maybe the competition this year to get out of the district and into the region?
We definitely saw Union. Definitely Abingdon, for sure. Last year we struggled with John Battle. So we play them tomorrow night, so we'll see how that goes. But those are our two main, John Battle, Abingdon, Union, pretty much.
And we definitely do want to convey to everybody, let's pack the house tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because we need that home court advantage, again, taking on John Battle, the Lady Trojans, tomorrow night with the first serve of the JV game at 6 o'clock. So, and we mentioned before, of course, you're an all-region, all-state talent on the tennis side as well. So let's just go ahead and put it out there. What do you like better, volleyball or tennis?
Can't answer that. Oh. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Nobody's. Just us.
I like them both. They're both fun in different ways.
Isn't it amazing that every two-star athlete or every two-sport athlete always says that?
That's why they're stars, because they're smart and they don't put themselves in a corner. Of course, last year your doubles partner Sarah Arnold's moved on. She's a UVA Wise. Initially, who's going to be your partner in doubles? Do you know, or is that even?
I really don't know. We practice with a lot of different people before we get it set. Who's going to be partners. I hate that Sarah left, but I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Macy Dishner.
Okay.
Maybe. That's the only person that I practiced with last year, because I practiced with 2 seniors last year, Sydney Reed and Sarah Arnold, so I guess we'll see when it gets here.
Now, we have some of our listeners that send in questions, and some of them are for the football team, and of course, I'm going to use some for you as well, because we want everybody to sort of, not be. We want everybody to get to know you, basically. So,
All right.
Feel free to plead the fifth on any of these.
Okay.
Mitzi R. from Greenville, Tennessee. Again, we've got listeners all around the country. What type of music do you listen to before volleyball match or tennis? What sort of gets you in the mood to play? What?
We mainly listen to rap, pretty much. In the locker room, we always jam music, but it's mainly upbeat rap music, pretty much.
What's your favorite artist?
Oh, my favorite artist. Well, my favorite artist of all time is Christina Aguilera, but
Okay.
she's not really a pump-up kind of singer, so I don't really listen to her before games.
Favorite rap artist is?
This is embarrassing, but it's this guy called DaBaby.
Okay.
He's a newer rap artist, so
Chris,
I must-
you've got the CD in your car.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's on your iTunes.
I was just about to say I must be older than I thought because I have no clue.
So anyway, their iTunes is going to shoot through it because
What's iTunes?
What are we going to do with him? What do you do for luck? Game day rituals. Do you have a favorite meal? Do you put your socks on one way, or what do you do that's?
I mean, we definitely have a scheduled pregame routine for sure. We always go to one of our players' houses before, and we eat all together. Then we come back and we do all this pregame stuff, like before we do chants, cheers, dances, all that kind of stuff right before the game.
So can you demonstrate one of those so we can share it with everybody?
I don't think so. I need a partner for most of them.
Chris?
My back's kind of yeah. I don't have my baby CD, so I can't.
Oh, just man. All right. So Chaz Lewin 2577 asks, "What's your go-to karaoke song?"
Oh, Fergalicious by Fergie. That's my go-to.
I do know that one.
Can you give us a little sample?
I don't know about it. I gotta save it. I gotta save my talent.
All right. Okay, so we'll change this one. What's Coach Reed like when she's really, really mad?
Scary, for sure. Her face gets red, she gets really red and she starts yelling. We're definitely scared. We definitely do not talk back or anything when she gets that upset.
Have you ever thrown your racket at another player?
No, I have not.
Have you ever thrown it down in disgust?
No. I try to keep my emotions on the inside. Don't want to show the other team my frustration.
My record when I was coaching basketball, I broke 3 clipboards in one season. I'm not particularly proud of that fact. So the fact you've not thrown a racket down, I'm kind of impressed with that.
I know. I try to keep my anger inside.
All right. Now this one is, and again, I know everybody's going to jump in on this one. Restaurant Buyer 65 asks, "Who's the best dancer on the volleyball team?"
The best dancer?
Best dancer.
Sarah Thompson.
Really?
She's the best, I'd have to say.
Even with the bum foot.
Yeah, honestly, she really is.
That may add to it.
She can
Wow.
That could be a
dance.
new move.
Okay. Chicken, fish, steak, or pasta?
Pasta.
Interesting.
I'm not much of a chicken eater. I don't really like chicken that much.
All right. So you're a senior,
Yes.
and this time next year you will be doing what?
Going to college somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. Hopefully I have a job, working.
Now, is there any way I'm a former Emory-Henry alumni, is there any way I can sway you to act to the Emory area and get you up there to...
I mean, maybe. I have my options open for sure. I don't know where. I'm just looking at a bunch of different places right now.
What would you like to do when it's all said and done?
I don't know. I thought about marketing. I'm not sure, though. Just an idea.
Well, ETSU does have a good communications program.
I looked at ETSU, actually. We just had a college day at school or something where a bunch of these colleges, came. And I looked at ETSU, so I'm thinking
Their
about
graduates are just outstanding for their communication department.
Didn't they lose their accreditation?
No.